Okay. Hey, we're back. Oh, oops, didn't mean to do that. But episode 3, Sounds of Love. Let's do this. Let's go. Okay. If you haven't seen the other two episodes, you have to watch it to understand. Okay. Okay. Cool. Thank you. I'm glad I could be here there for you. You're an important friend to me. I told you before, didn't I? Carrie nods and smiles, wiping the melith I can't read. Melancholic expression clean from her face. It's a wonderful sight. To know that our friendship means this much to her, it really makes me happy.
Thanks.
Thanks, Subaru. The pair of us stand together in the center of Carrie's bedroom, basking in the presence of the other. Around us in silence, bearing the light sounds of traffic from outside. It's a lovely atmosphere, something which makes me feel warm inside. I don't know what her father is doing, but he must have realized we have gone. Luckily enough, we're not in my house, or my father would be in here the moment we left his sight.
So, I guess you got to see my bedroom.
I guess I did.
I want to see yours.
You want to see my bedroom? Oh, it's dope. Got a great gaming setup. I got like, I'm gonna stop.
It's probably a bit messy.
What? Why'd you? What? Out of nowhere, Carrie throws me a jab as she stands before me with a complacent grin. Oh my gosh, she's grinning at me. She is right, though. My broom is a tip. If I ever did need a courage to bring Carrie anywhere near my family, particularly my father, then cleaning my room would be somewhere in the list of priorities. Well, what can I say? I should take pride in your tidiness. Carrie giggles at my statement, an act of familiarity. Oh my gosh, I can't speak. Which I'm glad we could achieve. Moments ago, Carrie was recalling thoughts from the time filled with a wealth of dictionary words: sadness, depression, loneliness. Those sorts of words come to mind. Hopefully, we can change the expression of the past so in the future, she doesn't have to look back on painful memories. If I didn't have that bookshelf, I'd dread to see what your room would look like.
I take pride in my books. Thank you. Though, you're right. I like to look after them, but reading them comes first.
There's quite a lot of books there, though. Surely she hasn't read them all. Actually, I take that back. She probably has. The vacant smile as she stares towards the bookcase it proves it. In all fairness, she's not the only one with a lot of books in her room. I couldn't even count the number in mine. All they do is gather dust as my room continues to be treated like a storeroom by my father, cluttering the house with all his publications. Was there a time where he actually wrote a book? Putting that thought to my side of mine, I glance at the alarm clock beside Carrie's bed. It feels like as if it is getting late. It's only 2 o'clock? What? It's only 2 o'clock? Bruh, it's been like 5 hours.
Oh, ignore the alarm. It's broken.
Oh, okay, never mind. My bad. It seems as if we both had issues with faulty clocks lately. Nonetheless, if it wasn't for that, I doubt I would have met her in the first place. Realizing that I am in fact wearing a watch, I raise it to check the actual time before saying it to myself. Carrie is quick to the point.
It's getting late, isn't it?
Yeah, I probably should head back soon. I couldn't even imagine what my sister might get up to. Carrie smiles, though that the wonderful sight quickly turns back into a frown.
I'm sorry about earlier.
Carrie, it's fine. It's fine. You're so awesome and cute and quiet and so awesome and cute. It's all okay, Carrie. You don't have to apologize. In reality, it is her father's duty to apologize, even though I wouldn't blame for him for his actions. Okay, this character I'm playing as is just like me. He's so smart and like awesome and caring. It seems as if it's Carrie's mother who is the loose cannon. Carrie herself definitely isn't fond of her. Shall we head back downstairs then?
Yes, let's.
Yes, let's. Carrie and I make our way to out of her room and down the stairs, leaving behind what was both a special yet somehow depressing moment for both of us. Carrie had to recall the times she wanted to forget, but at the same time, it made us closer. I now realize that she didn't even speak much about her family issues that I can't blame her for, but it was the reason the two of us left the dining table. All I have to do now is to wait until she's ready to speak about such things. Being able to speak to her is something I want to do. We walk down the hall towards the doorway, Carrie getting ready to see me off. I don't know where her father is, but I'll just have to speak to him another time. Thank you for tonight, Carrie.
I should be thanking you. I'm glad you came. Despite.
Don't worry about it, Carrie. It's all right. Carrie smiles warmly, holding the handle of the door in her hand. I'm sure neither of us is ready to go yet, but I have to get back home nonetheless.
See you on Monday.
She blushes, leaving me to give her a smile in response. I don't think I'll ever get tired of seeing those rosy cheeks. I have a huge crush on her. I have a huge crush on her. In the game and out of the game. Alright, Carrie, I'll see you then.
Bye.
Bye. Shutting the door behind me, Carrie and I are now separated, myself feeling happy despite the cold of the evening. Well, her, well, I'm not really sure how she is feeling. In all honesty, I hope she is feeling better. Talking with her really made me feel closer to her, maybe even something more. I take my steps out of the garden, a pretty one, that is, at that. Each flower is still vibrant in the evening sunlight. It's quite a beautiful sight. It is Carrie's, after all. Oh, dang. The chirping of birds, the typical sounds in the morning, wake me up once again as I slowly, steadily prop myself upright and stretch my arms out. The room is still dark, giving a contrast to my gratitude this morning. It's strange to think that when the first thing on my mind after waking up is Carrie. Although, given the situation the other night, I can't really help it. Sure, my mind is amiss after Saturday. What with the roller coaster of events which have occurred, focusing on the positives seems to be the best thing to do at the moment. Karen and I have gotten a lot closer because of it, despite our discussion involving nothing but her ruminating over her painful history. I made up my mind. I want to help her, so I look forward to being able to see her today. It is Monday after all. I rise from my bed, deciding now it is time to get dressed and ready for school. Downstairs, I can hear my father boasting about his business to my mother. It reminds me of my situation, how different me and Carrie are. Time passes quickly, flowing like a river, guiding me throughout my day. I finished up my business, which involves nothing but a quick shower, brushing my teeth, and getting ready for another day at school. Heading downstairs is the next thing on the list. Walking into the dining room, I am presented with the usual sight of my family enjoying breakfast. Even my sister has managed to make it down here before me, which is quite a rare sight. I take my place next to them in order to have breakfast. Listen, girl, if you're gonna have to toast, it's got to be whole meal. I prefer white breads, though. It seems as if my father is arguing with my sister over what bread they like the best. I myself prefer brown bread, but joining this argument would be the most idiotic thing to do. I could do. That is like so me. Times like these usually go noticed. The fact that I can spend time with my family. To think that Carrie only has her father is an upsetting thought. Even more so since he's probably in work when she finishes school. She must be quite lonely. Boy, I was asking you a question. To turn in my father's face inches away from mine, a sight which startles me. Oh, what? Thinking about Carrie must have caused me to shut off the outside world. Usually I'm not involved in these sort of discussions, so it's rare for him to bring me into them. I said, what is better on toast? Jam or honey, boy? I don't know. Jam? Oh, no, I forgot. Ah. Wait, could I go previous? Oh, no, okay. See, even your brother agrees. Don't take the opinion of someone who spaces out. I thought I was bad in the mornings. The two of them resumed their argument, with me and my mother trying to ignore the presence of the two idiots at the table. Breakfast today is the same as any other for me. I wonder if Carrie is having hers right now. I take a glance at the clock, an action which sets my mind into motion once again. I'll be late for school at this rate. Is the clock still broken? If it was, then I'd definitely be too early. Not anymore, I fixed it. You have a watch anyway. Why does it matter? Oh, right. Well, I'm off then. Goodbye, son, Mother says. Alright, son, hopefully bring back a girl this time, Father says. Despite my father continuously comments about girls, it is what I'm focused on today. I deliberately decided to leave earlier than usual in an attempt to beat Carrie to our meeting spot. I step outside, bidding farewell to my family with nothing more than a brisk wave. I look forward to seeing Carrie, a girl I have become familiar with. The rosiness of her cheeks, the silkiness of her braids, and the cute edge to her embarrassed smile. So cute. It's not something I thought I would find when moving schools. The street is quiet. It usually is around this time. I left just before the rush hour, and recently I found myself trying to get to school a lot earlier than before. Maybe there's a reason for that. Carrie! That reason, though, isn't there. When I reach the end of the street, this is the place where I first met Carrie, and the place we agreed on meeting each other from now on. Carrie, though, isn't here. Granted, I did leave earlier, so I could be here before her. If I wait around a bit, I should be greeted to the cute sight of her being shocked to see me. Leaning back against the wall, I rub my brow as I take the time to think about the situation between us. On Saturday, I was privy to her life behind closed doors, having to be involved in a dispute between parents with the additional sense of loneliness. Thinking about it really makes me sad that she has gone through so much. Bullying, a divorce, and seclusion, all of that. And then there's me. I take a look at my watch, its reflection in the sunlight almost blinding me as I squint to make out the numbers. Time has gone by fast, with the dial telling me that it's been about quarter of an hour since when we're supposed to have met each other. Thoughts fly through my head as I ponder over why she could be so late. But if I wait any longer, then I won't be able to make it on school time. If she were to turn up after I'd left, well, it'd hurt me. Leaving Carrie behind is something I don't want to do, but I can't afford to be late either. Carrie is probably ill. That's the most likely scenario. I decide to carry on forward, taking myself further down a series of streets toward school. A state closed to silence soon becomes infused with the crowds of students bustling through the school gates to begin their day, just like me. Unlike them, I have someone in particular on my mind right now. These people weren't there for Carrie when she needed it. All they did was ignore her, casting her away. It's sad that people can judge you based upon how they see you, rather than what's inside. Carrie herself, wherever she may be, has a hard time. I keep telling myself over and over, repeating it as if it's the times table I learned back in elementary school. Carrie must be ill. Could there really be another reason for her absence? Nevertheless, she seems the type of person that would give me a call to tell me she would not be in. She hasn't done that. Another cause for worry. I push myself forward into the school grounds. It's weird to think that this is the only seventh time I've come to the school alone. The rest of the time I was with her. Oh dang. I hope she's okay. Arriving in class just sort of the bell, I sit down at my desk as usual. The best thing I can do now is to go my day as I normally would, but I don't think I'll able to dissipate the thoughts of Carrie. Hey Sue, do you know what lesson we not Siri. I just activated Siri. Okay, we're fine. Hey Subaru, do you know what lesson we have first thing? That's what classmate says. Classmate stands before my desk. I'm pretty sure this is the guy from before who's really been was really keen on the sandwiches they sell here. Huh. I think it's biology. Alright, thanks man. He leaves my desk just as quick as he came, giving me with a sense of sickness now that I realize I'll have to end up with lessons for a while. I'm particularly not fond of my biology teacher either, but I have more important things to focus on right now. All I can do is try and get through this. Lunchtime arrives, the bell doing more than signaling that. It shows that I've got nobody to sit with. I doubt Carrie has or will show up today. Rising from my seat, pains shoot through my back as I straighten it. I have been slumped in my chair all morning, and luckily enough for me, I never got asked any questions by my biology teacher. As I approach the door to the classroom, a part of me hopes to find Carrie there, waiting for me. The entire set topped off with a cute blush, her silky golden braids lying loosely over her shoulders. More importantly, her adorable smile. Even though I've only gone just over a day without seeing her, it's still an issue. Despite all this, there is no sign of Carrie as I leave the classroom to make a beeline to the cafeteria. Maybe that 100% Welsh beef can give me the energy to make it through the rest of the day. Taking my place in line at the cafeteria, one which is surprisingly short, I idle around waiting for my turn to order. Coming here still gives me thoughts of Carrie. It's where we really got to know each other, not necessarily where everything started. He's playing a game. Okay. It's because I decided to speak to her on a whim that we managed to get this far. That was only a week ago. Thinking about it makes me happy at what we've achieved over the past 7 days, yet it eventually trails back to the thoughts of Carrie's issues. Soon enough, the line to the cold food section shortens again and again as we inch forward. One after the other, people grab their food and leave to eat. Something I would be doing with Carrie if she was here. I decide to grab a sandwich quickly enough to get the last beef one, leaving me to sit in the cafeteria. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Return. Here, let's save this just in case. Return. Okay. The real problem is that I have nobody to sit with, kind of like how Carrie was. I wonder if she would have approached me if our situations were reversed. With her personality, I couldn't really expect much. Even though she is a kind person, she wouldn't have the audacity to approach someone she had only met that morning. Yeah, I wouldn't either. I decided the best thing to do was to go back to class. I can probably find someone to talk there. Making friends. Huh. The corridor is empty as I walk back towards the big classroom to eat lunch. Most people now would either be in their class or in the cafeteria. so it's rare to see any students walking around at the time. Making my way past one of the classrooms, I notice the door open behind me as someone calls out, "Hey, wait, you're Subaru, right?" I stop in my tracks and turn around to find one of our year's form teachers calling out to me. I think he's in charge of Carrie's class. "Yes, I am, sir." "Sorry to stop you. I was wondering if you would know the reason why Carrie is absent today." "We haven't received a call from her parents, so I thought you might know where she is. You have been hanging around with her lately, that is." "No, I don't, sir. Sorry." Has this guy been watching me and Carrie? I guess it's kind of his job as a teacher to track pupil progress. It is quite notable that one of the most introverted students have suddenly made a friend, though it still of ag- though it still of aggravates me that he's looking into our business. Yeah, it's kind of creepy, my G. I wouldn't do that. Okay, no worries. We'll give her parents a call later if we don't receive any word from them. I'm not sure if this guy knows about the relationship between Carrie's parents. He heads back into his classroom, leaving me by myself in the corridor. The thought of giving Carrie a call myself crosses my mind as I make my way back to my classroom. I think I should, cause I'm kind of scared. I'm like worried what happened to her. Cool air, the sound of cars, and the presence of local populace going about their daily lives surrounds me. Walking home from school has always been like this, just time to think whilst I rush to get back so I can go about my own life. It makes me wonder whether things would be different if Gary had come to school today. We did agree to walk to school together, but neither of us said anything about walking home together. I'm not sure why we haven't. Being able to support Carrie is something I want to do. After what her teacher had told me, I really don't think she's ill. Surely her father would have informed the school. They're never too keen on pupils missing lessons. I've had the experience of being berated for it before. Putting my hand in my pocket, my fingers naturally rest around my phone as I realize I had it with me. I did decide on giving Carrie a call, though I'd rather wait until I'm at home before doing so. Something inside me knows that things we'll discuss won't be the same as the trivial things we both embraced before. Step by step, I trace back my usual path down the street to and from school, quickly arriving home and making my way indoors. Inside, instead of the usual sounds of my father's boasting and my mother's retorts, I found my sister sitting down and playing on her phone. It's something she would usually do. Why she's doing it downstairs and not in her room, I'm unsure. "Oh, you're back." "Yes, I am. Did you get let out early or something?" "No, I'm just a faster walker than you." She always has a way to be cheeky. "Where's Mom and Dad?" "Oh, they went out. They said they'd bring back something for dinner." "Alright." I take my shoes off. I take off my shoes in the hall when I get the idea to talk about Carrie with my sister. She might be able to give a girl's perspective on it all. At least I hope. "Hey sis, is there any reason as to why a girl might not come to school despite not being ill?" My sister turns her head and smirks at me, almost to mock me for knowingly asking something which would make me in debt to her. "Oh, did a girl take the day off?" "Very funny. Are you going to give me a serious answer?" After raising my voice, my sister responds by giving a solemn expression. I didn't mean to get loud, but right now I have more things on my mind than her jokes. "Well, I wouldn't go if I didn't feel like it. And That is, if I was depressed. Thank you. I'm sorry for shouting. By getting angry, I've created a sense of awkwardness between us. Doing so resulted in getting an answer from her anyway, one which isn't unreasonable given Carrie's situation. All I can do now is hope she's willing to answer my call. It's okay. Resuming with whatever it was, it is she was doing, my sister takes hold of her phone, leaving me to part ways with her to head upstairs. Oh, dude, I hope Carrie's okay. Here, let me drink some more water. Okay. Before me is a room all too common and, as always, all too messy. Looking around, I realize this will be the stage upon which I begin my act to be there for Carrie, a girl who has grown on me so much that over the course of mere 7 days. The sounds of cars resonate through the open window, causing me to look outside and stare back at a melancholic expression. Oh, wait, what? Oh, it just went back. Oops, okay. Is that really what I look like? Image is beyond me as I continue to listen to the melodic rhythm of people within the city going about their lives. Here I am, hesitating to call someone who means so much to me, someone who changed me. I was under the assumption that after meeting Carrie, I was able to bring her out of her shell. She told me otherwise, but I found myself thinking about how much she has done for me, how much we've been there for each other, neither of us realizing it. The pounding of my heart acts as a timer, urging me on as I clasp my phone in my hands. All I have to do now is press the button. A pang of nervousness causes me to sweat as my breathing sharpens, unsettling my mind as I continue wanting to get this issue resolved. With a unsteadily hand, I take the move to press call. Now it is up to her to answer. The phone rings slightly longer than I would expect it to. If Carrie really felt like talking, it can only be assumed that she's at home. If her phone was anywhere near her, then she would have answered it by now. The ringing stops abruptly, causing me to feel a sense of relief, which is soon washed away when someone other than Carrie answers the phone. Mr. Elwood. Hello, who might this be? On the other end of the line is Carrie's father. I don't know how many parents answer who would answer their child's phone, but at least I could tell him about Carrie. This is Subaru. Ah, that's right. You were over here the other day, weren't you? I'm sorry about what happened. I don't usually get so worked up, but there's a lot of things going on right now. All I can do is apologize for making you witness it all. I can understand. How is Carrie doing? She wasn't in school today. I thought you might be calling about that. You're a good lad, you know. I've only met this guy once and he's calling me a good lad? On the other hand, getting on his good side isn't a bad thing in any shape or form. Carrie is in her room at the moment. She hasn't been down in a while. That's concerning. She locked herself in her room? I think it's because she is upset about the relationship between me and my wife. Well, she won't be my wife for much longer. It's a complicated story. Did Carrie ever mention it to you? Not in any detail. She just told me to forget about her mother after Saturday. I think you deserve to know. It'll help explain what Carrie's feeling. I don't think I'm in a position to be involved with their family issues. Really, it's odd to think he would be willing to tell me. Listening now, though, might make it easier to understand what Carrie is feeling. And if I want to help her, it's something I must know. Currently, we're going through a divorce, but that should be more than apparent. After we moved to Japan, things started to get rocky between us. My wife decided to go on holiday back to Wales, though her real intention was to get back with her ex-husband. Yikes, dog. That's pretty bad. I eventually caught wind of it after one of my friends spotted them together. She stayed there, but at the same time filed for divorce. It's a complicated process when you're dealing with two countries. I feel you, bro. Mr. Irwood, you dope, bro. I thought you were kind of weird at first, but you're cool. I was told yesterday that she also filed for custody of Carrie. Oh, yikers, dude. Custody, bro? Hmm. What? Does that mean Carrie would also return to Wales? Oh my gosh, no way. No way she has to leave. Bro. Okay, let's finish. Yes. What? She's been upset since she doesn't want to leave. I think she has too much here that she would lose if she went back. It's not just me who she'd be away from. Reality is too hard to comprehend. A sheepish girl faced with another challenge in her life. Oh my gosh, don't leave. No. Having to leave behind her father and her. This is. Oh my gosh. It's actually sad because it's kind of relatable. Okay. And her friend, in order to go back to life, to live with her mother she has no fondness over for. I knew from the beginning that I wouldn't be able to do anything. Being there for Carrie still wouldn't change the outcome, though I won't resist doing so. Right now, she needs someone there for her, even if it'll end up hurting us both. If you want to speak to Carrie yourself, you're welcome to come over anytime, but I'm not sure how receptive she'll be about it. It feels wrong if I don't at least try to get my voice through to her. Even if she turns me away, I just want her to know that I'm here for her. Oh, there's Otaku-kun, Diego. Okay, let's go talk to him. I, okay. Wait, hold up. Yo, Otaku-kun. Yo, it's alright. It's okay. It's okay. Yo, it's okay. Discord. Hey, let's go, call. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna stop the episode there. I'm gonna make another one with Diego, okay? Okay. Okay, I'll see you guys next episode.